Today we will be discussing the early beginnings of airflight and the innovative human minds that dared to dream of flying. By the end of this video, you will have an overview of airflight before the flight of the first powered aircraft. Let us explore the beginnings of airflight. We will start with the mythological stories that inspired our previous generations to conquer the skies. On the left, we see Garuda, a Hindu deity, depicted as a divine bird-like figure. Garuda symbolizes speed, power, and the ability to traverse the heavens, characteristics deeply rooted in the human imagination long before modern aviation. This deity's image embodies an early conceptualization of flight, one that emphasizes the mechanical and the symbolic aspects of flying. On the right, we see the painting of Daedalus and Icarus from Greek mythology. Daedalus was a skilled builder who constructed wings for himself and his son Icarus, using feathers and wax. As they flew into the sky, Icarus, excited by the freedom of flight, flew too close to the sun. The wax holding his wings melted, sending him plummeting into the sea below. This tragic moment has endured through the ages as a powerful warning about the dangers of overreaching ambition. Garuda and the Daedalus and Icarus myth represent the universal and ancient human desire to achieve flight, reflected across cultures and centuries. The beginnings of airflight can be traced back to several innovative moments in history. On the left, we see an illustration of ancient China kite flying, a practice dating back over 2,000 years. Kites were among the earliest human-made objects to achieve sustained flight, utilizing aerodynamic principles such as lift, generated by air pressure differences across the kite's surface. These kites also served critical roles in military communication, scientific experimentation, and even religious ceremonies. On the right, we have sketches of Leonardo da Vinci's flying machines. Leonardo da Vinci was a visionary of the Renaissance, whose studies of birds and fluid dynamics led him to design numerous flying machines. These sketches reveal his understanding of aerodynamics and his attempt to create devices that could mimic the flapping motion of birds, or even employ rotor mechanisms similar to modern helicopters. Although none of his machines were constructed or flown during his lifetime, his work laid the foundation of future aeronautical engineering. As you can see, throughout the centuries, from early kite flying in ancient China to the more sophisticated designs of Da Vinci, humanity saw significant achievements in human flight conceptualization. Centuries later, from the 18th century forward, the Industrial Revolution led to the development of more sophisticated concepts that would enable human flight. On the left, we have the ornithopters, designed and flown by Otto Lilienthal in 1894. Lilienthal, often referred to as the father of flight, conducted over 2,000 gliding flights with ornithopters, designed to imitate the flapping wings of birds. His work was based on extensive aerodynamic data he had gathered, making it one of the earliest scientifically driven approaches to human flight. Lilienthal's commitment to hands-on experimenting directly influenced the Wright brothers, who would later on achieve the first powered flight. On the right, we see the George Cayley glider from 1804. George Cayley is recognized as one of the most influential figures in early aeronautical engineering. His glider is considered the first true heavier-than-air aircraft capable of carrying a human. Cayley's glider design incorporated a fixed wing for lift, a separate tail for stability and control, and an undercarriage, all fundamental components of modern aircraft. Cayley's pioneering work laid also the foundation for flight, distinguishing it from earlier attempts based solely on imitation of bird flight. The innovations of Cayley and Lilienthal mark significant milestones in the transition from theoretical concepts to practical and scientific experimentation in the journey towards powered flight. In conclusion, in this class we traced the origins of airflight from mythological inspirations such as Garuda and Daedalus and Icarus to early practical applications like ancient Chinese kite flying and Leonardo da Vinci's innovative designs, showing humanity's enduring fascination and progressive mastery of flight. Moving into the modern era, pioneers like Otto Lilienthal and George Cayley transformed theoretical designs into practical experiments, laying the groundwork for the Wright brothers and the advent of powered flight. In the next class, we will discuss aircraft types as they appeared throughout history.